Dear student, today we are going to discuss about Wien-Bridge oscillator. In this lecture, we will discuss about the basic introduction of Wien-Bridge oscillator. So let's start with the topic Wien-Bridge oscillator. So here these are the contents, the basic introduction of Wien-Bridge oscillator, basic working principle of Wien-Bridge oscillator, and in this lecture we will also derive the equation of frequency of oscillation and the disadvantages or advantages and disadvantages of Wien-Bridge oscillator. So students, do you know about the Wien-Bridge oscillator? It is also the RC oscillator. Here RC oscillator means there is the RC feedback network circuitry is present in the circuit, because here the basic difference between RC phase shift oscillator and Wien-Bridge oscillator is, the first one is in case of RC phase shift oscillator, it uses the inverting amplifier. So it introduces the 180 degree phase shift during the amplifier stage, and while Wien-Bridge oscillator, it uses the non-inverting amplifier. So there is no phase shift is necessary through the feedback network. So this is the basic introduction of the Wien-Bridge oscillator. Wien-Bridge oscillator is the electronic oscillator that generates the sine waves. So this is also called the sine wave oscillator, and it can generate the large range of frequencies. The oscillator is based on a bridge circuitry. It is originally developed by the Max Wien in 1891 for the measurement of impedances. It is the most commonly used audio frequency oscillator due to its simplicity and good frequency stability. So earlier we had already discussed about the RC phase shift oscillator, that is also the audio frequency oscillator. So this Wien-Bridge oscillator is also the audio frequency oscillator. Here it is used in many applications such as television, radio, computer, etc. So in case of Wien-Bridge oscillator, here there are two modes, inverting mode and non-inverting mode. So in this circuitry, this is the Wien-Bridge oscillator, and here we can design this oscillator with the help of using op-amp or with the help of simple transistor. So here in this circuitry the op-amp is present. So this is the Wien-Bridge oscillator circuit using op-amp. So we can design this circuitry, and the simplified circuit of this Wien-Bridge oscillator using op-amp is like this. So you can choose any one of the circuit, and you can design the Wien-Bridge oscillator using operational amplifier. So here there are two modes at this operational amplifier, inverting and non-inverting. So this inverting at inverting mode, here R1 and RF is present. Here RF is the variable, so you can vary the value of the RF, and this R1 and RF is used for the gain purpose. And here at non-inverting mode, the one arm is in parallel and the other arm is in series. So here this circuitry is used as a feedback network. So in feedback network there are two combinations, one is series and one is in parallel form, and this is the output. You can find out the output with the help of CRO. So this is the basic circuitry of the Wien-Bridge oscillator, and here the basic working of the Wien-Bridge oscillator is this. At non-inverting mode, so we had already discussed the circuitry of the Wien-Bridge oscillator. So at non-inverting mode, the bridge has a series RC network in one arm and a parallel RC network in the adjoining arm. At an inverting mode of op-amp, the remaining two arms of the bridge resistor R1 and RF are connected. So at this mode R1 and RF is connected, and according to the Barkhausen criteria, because we had already discussed about the Barkhausen criteria in our previous lecture, that is based on the basics of oscillator, and according to the Barkhausen criteria, the total phase shift required for sustained oscillation condition is 0 degree or 360 degree. So in case of Wien bridge oscillator, because the amplifier is non-inverting mode, so it attributes to zero phase shift, so the total phase shift around the loop is 0 degree. So this condition occurs only in case of Wien bridge oscillator, because here the bridge is in balance condition. So this balancing condition is called resonance. So the frequency of oscillation, that is called F naught, is exactly the resonant frequency of the balanced Wien bridge oscillator. So this is the basic working of the Wien bridge oscillator, and this condition occur only when the bridge is balanced, so that is called resonance. So what is the oscillation frequency of oscillation here? So in case of Wien bridge oscillator, the oscillation frequency will be equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC. So let's derive this equation, how to find out this oscillation frequency in case of Wien bridge oscillator. So here to derive this equation, we will consider this feedback circuitry only. So according to that feedback circuitry, there is the RC combination is in parallel and the other one RC combination is in series, and this is your feedback voltage, and we can find out the output voltage at this terminal. So we can simplify this feedback circuitry while like this. This ZP is the parallel impedance, so we can indicate this parallel combination via ZP. So this is parallel impedance, and similarly this is in series, so we can indicate here with the help of ZS. So this is the series impedance, and this is the VF, and this is output voltage V0. So here the bridge comprises 4 resistors and 2 capacitors. The oscillator can also be viewed as a positive gain amplifier combined with a band pass filter that provide positive feedback. Since the op amp is connected to operate in non-inverting mode, therefore it produces no phase shift at the output. So here how to derive the oscillation frequency. So considering the circuit, that is we had already discussed this one, and according to this we will find out the ZP and ZS. So what is here ZP and ZS? So that is in form of j omega. So we can consider here ZP j omega is equal to R parallel to 1 upon j omega c, because in that circuitry the RC is in parallel form. So we can apply here the parallel form, and according to that we will find out this ZP j omega will be equal to R upon 1 plus j omega RC. And now similarly find out the ZS j omega. So in case of that circuitry, there is to find out ZS, the R and C are in series form, so we can apply the series form. So here we will find out the ZS j omega is this 1 plus j omega RC upon j omega C. So now let's apply the voltage divider rule, because here the op amp Wien bridge oscillator, here this is in non-inverting mode, this feedback circuitry. So here we will apply the voltage divider rule. So according to that voltage divider rule, there is this is equal to ZP j omega upon ZP j omega plus ZS j omega into V0. Why it is here? Because according to voltage divider rule, here ZP across voltage is V0, so ZP into V0 upon total impedance, that is ZP plus ZS. So according to this we can find out the VF. Now Substitute the value of ZP j omega and ZS j omega from equation 1 and 2 in equation 3. So now we will get the VF also. So this VF is equal to, because ZP j omega is equal to R upon 1 plus j omega RC, this one. So here ZP j omega is this, so we can put here this. So this is the VF. Now after calculating this equation, the VF will be equal to this j omega RC upon 1 plus 3 j omega RC minus omega square R square C square into V naught. So this is the feedback voltage in case of Venn bridge oscillator. And now because this in case of sustained oscillation condition, there are two conditions. The first one is the total phase shift required will be 0 degree or 360 degree, and the A beta must be equal to 1. So here A is the voltage gain and beta is the feedback gain. So how to find out the feedback gain to fulfill the condition A beta is equal to 1? So here the feedback voltage gain is equal to beta is equal to VF upon V naught. So the VF is equal to this one and upon V naught. So this is the beta. After solving this equation, the beta will be equal to j omega RC upon 1 plus 3 j omega RC minus omega square R square C square. So this is the beta. Here beta is the feedback gain. So apply the sustained oscillation condition, A beta must be equal to 1. So here what is A? A is the voltage gain. So this A is voltage gain denoted by V naught upon V in also. And because in case of Venn bridge oscillator, the feedback network is connected at non-inverting mode. So according to that, the voltage gain will be equal to 1 plus RF upon R1. So since the amplifying stage is non-inverting amplifier, so we know that for any oscillator the necessary condition for the sustained oscillation is A beta is equal to 1. Therefore using equation 4 and 5 we can obtain the this equation. This is here A is the voltage gain and this is equal to 1 plus RF upon R1. Now this is your beta, and beta we already find out the simplify the equation, and the beta is equal to this. So we can put here. So this is A, this is beta, and this is equal to 1. So 1 plus RF upon R1 into, after simplifying this equation, we will obtain this equation. So this is 1 plus RF upon R1 j omega RC is equal to 1 plus 3 j omega RC minus omega square R square C square. So here in this equation there are two part, real or imaginary. So now equating this real part and imaginary part, so after considering the real part only from this above equation 6, here when we are considering the real part, then this is equal to because here this is the imaginary part here present in this equation, so this will be 0 here and equal to 1. 1 is here, this is the real part, so we will consider here 1 only, minus here this is also the imaginary part, so we will not consider this one, and this is the real part, so we will consider here. So this is equal to, after considering the real part from this equation 6, we will obtain the this equation, that is equal to 0 equal to 1 minus omega square R square C square. So therefore the frequency of oscillation is, because here omega is equal to 2 pi f naught, as we know that this always equal to 2 pi f naught. So here after solving this equation, apply this equation formula. So after calculating we will obtain the F naught, and that is equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC. So this is the oscillation frequency, and we can say frequency of oscillation F naught, and this is equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC. So in case of Wien bridge oscillator, the oscillation frequency will be equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC, and in case of RC phase shift oscillator, the oscillation frequency will be equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC root under 6. So now equating the imaginary part from this equation 6, then we will get the result, this one, because in this above equation 6 we are considering only the imaginary part. So remove the real part and consider only the imaginary part. So here this will be equal to 1 plus RF upon R1 omega RC. This one is the imaginary part, so we will consider this one, and that is equal to 3 omega RC. So in this equation, this is the imaginary real part, and this one is also real part. So here only we will consider this one. So this is now the equation will become like this: 1 plus RF upon R1 into omega RC, and that will be equal to 3 omega RC. So now solving this equation, and after solving we will obtain the RF that will be equal to 2R1. So here according to this expression, there is the feedback resistance will be always equal to twice of R1. So when we will design the Wien bridge oscillator, and there will be the RF will be always equal to twice of R1. Now therefore the circuit will produces a sine wave output. So if the gain of the amplifier must be at least 3. So in case of Wien bridge oscillator, remember always that the gain must be at least 3 in case of only Wien bridge oscillator, and in case of RC phase shift oscillator, there is the gain of the amplifier must be at least 29. So this is the basic difference between these two oscillator, and the total phase shift around the loop in case of only Wien bridge oscillator, that will be 0 degree, but in case of RC phase shift oscillator, the total phase shift around the loop must be 180 degree, and with the help of only feedback network, and the total phase shift will be 360 degree in case of only in case of RC phase shift oscillator. So this is the basic difference between RC phase shift oscillator and Wien bridge oscillator. So the desired amplitude can be obtained by connecting back-to-back Zener diode in the circuitry. So student, we can also connect the back-to-back Zener diode to obtain the desired amplitude in the circuitry. So you can choose these Zener diodes also to design the circuitry, and the gain is set by the feedback resistor R1 and RF. So here the advantages of Wien bridge oscillator are: first one is it is an audio frequency oscillator, as we had already discussed that the RC phase shift oscillator and Wien bridge oscillator are the audio frequency oscillator, and the Wien bridge oscillator is very simple for designing purpose. So it is simple and stable. Absence of inductors and transformer makes the circuit simple and cheap. So here in Wien bridge circuitry, there is no need for inductor and transformer. So the circuit is very simple and cheap. And the next one is it provides a stable low frequency distortion sinusoidal output over a wide range of frequency. So here it provides a stable low frequency distortion. And the next one is the frequency of oscillation can be changed by varying the two capacitors or by using variable resistor. So if you want to change any value of the resistor or capacitor, etc., so you can change the value of the capacitor, or you can vary the value of the register by using this variable register in the circuitry. The next one is good frequency stability. This oscillator provide the good frequency stability also, and it has a very low distortion and easy to tune. So these are the advantages of the Wien bridge oscillator. Now, what are the disadvantages of the Wien bridge oscillator? Basically, because it is only suitable for low frequency applications, therefore the ranges from 5 Hz to about 1 megahertz. So that is used for audio frequency applications only, and it is not suitable for high frequency applications above 1 megahertz. So these are the basic disadvantage of the Wien bridge oscillator. Thank you for watching.